As our Japan trip was coming up, I was super excited to go back and shop for their clothes just because everyone over there has their really nice long wool coats, they have their hair done, they just look put together, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, what's happening? So last year I donated like all of my clothes, like very impulsively. I was really excited to buy like a whole new wardrobe, but we spent like 90% of the time eating, and like the other 10% of the time I was like paralyzed in my decision making because everything was so cute. Like just everything was so cute and I just wanted to buy everything, but I couldn't buy everything, which leads me to my first purchase in Kyoto. I saw this really pretty mug with like a beautiful blue inside, and I was very gravitated towards it and I wanted to buy it. But I didn't want to buy just like one standalone mug, so I bought two. And then as I was about to check out, I saw these really cute spoons with like little black cats on them, so I got those too. And that was my first purchase of this Japan trip. After Kyoto, we headed to a few smaller villages where I didn't really shop, but the sights and the views were just absolutely amazing. If you guys have a chance to go to Ine, I highly recommend it. So moving on, after Ine, we went to Kanazawa. By the way, we were there end of January, beginning of February, and their winter sales were like amazing. They were like actually good sales. This coat really caught my eye. It is polyester, but it's like that like high quality polyester. I just love the way it flowed. Even though it was like a little too big, I don't know if it was meant to be oversized or not, but I'm wearing it as oversized. And because it was so big, I was able to put it on top of my coat that I already had. And then we headed to Takayama, and that's where their ceramics really caught my eye. I was really gravitated towards this like mint green color, which isn't a color I usually gravitate towards, so I was really hesitant on getting it. In my head, I was like, well, if I know I won't really like it when I get home, I might as well buy a color that I usually like. So I got them both. And then we stumbled upon this ceramics outlet store, and I got this really cool mug with a lid on it, and it has like a tea sifter thing. And I got this plate, which I really wish I had gotten another one. We had two plates very similar to this before, also from Japan, and we broke both of them last year, and it was like so heartbreaking. So I got this one as a replacement, and there was only one out on display, which of course I should have asked and gotten another one, but I didn't, and I regret it so much. And then we got these three little half bowl ramekin looking serving dish type things that just make everything so much cuter. Like I put little sausages in there and it just made the whole experience so much nicer. We stopped in one more store in Takayama, and it was this like stationery store. I bought this plain notebook. Next we headed back to Osaka and we made a stop in Kobe. We found this like handcraft looking store and we got this bath mat, which looked like normal sized in Japan, and like holding it I was like, yeah, this is a normal sized bath mat. Until we put it in our bathroom, and it is like the smallest thing ever. And also, I don't know if it's supposed to be like micro acupressure type bath mat, which it would be super cool if it was, but the first time I stepped down on it, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like, ouch. But you know, over time, you kind of get used to it. But I really should look it up to see if it's like supposed to do that or not. I don't know why else it would poke your feet if it's not meant to poke your feet, but you know, it's kind of nice. And then on our last day in Osaka, I went into the store Nico and I got this hat, which I'm very excited about because it's the first time that a hat doesn't leave like a nasty mark on my forehead, because I think I just have like a really big head. Then I got this jacket, which is also polyester, but it's like very Sherpa-y, and it was 60% off. It was like such a good deal. And also, I think it's also like too large for me, but it's a blanket and a jacket, so I mean, I had to. And of course, as we were shopping, we had to stop in like every single Daiso that we saw, so I picked up a ton of things from Daiso. This makeup brush cleaner, which is actually like really handy. I got this hair clip, which I just thought was so cute. And then I got this hair cutting brush. It worked really well, and that's why my hair looks kind of choppy. I kind of went ham after I came home, and I like cut a lot of hair. Some of it was okay, some of it did not turn out that great, but it works, and it was only for 100 yen, so you know. So even though I didn't buy a whole new wardrobe, I do feel like I have a better idea of what direction I want to dress in or dress like, look like. But now that I'm home, I'm way more excited to work more on my music style and my singing style and figure out what style I'd like to go into for that. If you haven't watched my first 2 videos, you should definitely catch yourself up and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this haul, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.